Hey, this is awkward.
Long time no see.
Literally. Well,
How you
long
doing,
time
girl?
no anything.
Anything.
I'm so good. Well, here's the thing. The two of us see each other all the time.
Mhm.
But the folks at home, haven't seen us or heard us in a scathing hot second. It's been a while. And you know, it's for a good reason. A lot of things transpired and occurred. And now things have settled and we're back.
Well, we're hitting our recession era, so we're back. You know, like
we need money. Hey, we're back because we need money.
Hey, we need money.
Hey, if any brands want us to put their ads in here, listen, we're here for the BetterHelp. We're here for the HelloFresh of it all. But most importantly, we're here to entertain all of you, because we're really funny and we just feel like y'all have been really missing out on what we could give. So, and we also serve cut.
That one hurt.
Can we say that? Can we say that? Will Spotify be like, eh?
You know what? I'll put like a ding sound. I'll put a ding sound. Be like, and we're serving, and that's it.
I feel like at the top of every episode, we should come up with a new censor sound.
Completely.
And this week it's
yeah, and that's what it is. And you know what? It's gonna need to happen quite frequently. But welcome back to Off Topic. It feels so good saying that. It feels good in my body, in my spirit, in my
It feels natural. Like I feel like I've been waiting to get it out. Yeah, and now we're here, and it feels.
And now we're here.
So good.
Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. It feels good.
I'm just excited.
I'm so excited. And we're giving you absolutely what we gave you last time. There's no changes.
Oh, your background has changed. Mine hasn't. It's still the same fucked up mess that is my basement. And I don't want to hear a single comment. I don't want to hear anything about it. Because guess what? It's a mess back here. None of it is mine. I just want to make that very clear. Nothing.
And I know you're peeping. Don't look at my boil. I know you're peeping this little thing. I am not geriatric. It helps me get out of bed.
Our third host.
And
our third host.
Don't look at it. I know you're looking at it. I had a time this week, okay? And I know you think I'm geriatric. I am not. It helps me get out of bed. It gives me the little oomph I need to survive the day. Thank you.
Your boil gives you a will to live.
It's not even really like a boil. It's just like I had a pimple and I went a little too hard in the popping process. And now there's a crater on my face.
I had that same exact moment literally like a month ago. I popped a pimple that was right on the corner of my mouth, and then it turned into a giant cut on the side of my mouth, and that took like a month to heal. I'm not even joking. So I'm right there with you. I can relate. And my skin would look a lot worse if I didn't have a bunch of concealer on. I want you all to know that.
Yeah, so
just putting it out there.
It does not mean that we're not that. Here. We're still those girls. It's just we're having a little technical difficulties now.
It's just we're having a little dip in our
funds, if you will.
Yeah.
Those tariffs are really terrifying. Okay, those tariffs.
The tariffs are physically manifesting as acne.
Yep.
Girl, I can't with these. Okay. I'm scared about these tariffs. I went shopping today to try to beat the tariffs. I was like, I need to go to Free People. I need to go to Anthropologie. All that shit's made in China. I need to go there today.
No, girl, go to the manufacturers. Screw that. Just skip the middleman. Skip the store. Go to the manufacturer and Shangri-La. And I just did not make that up. That was in a mummy movie. That was in a mummy movie. Look it up. I don't know the towns in China, but
wait, that's in a musical. but I'm not gonna go into it because I can't get into a musical like deep dive. I forget what song it is.
Girl,
Anyway.
go to Beijing. I could have just said Beijing. There we go. I could have just said Beijing. Go to Beijing. Go
You know
somewhere.
what? That's actually kind of
Go
a
to
good
the
idea. We should fly to China. We should fly to China and like go to the factories and like get all the stuff. No, it'll be like like I don't know if you ever went to like Hollister or Abercrombie in middle school, but there would be people buying like 85 shirts, like so many clothes to clearly resell later.
Do you remember the like the shape of the shirts that would be in Hollister and Abercrombie? They were literally
the way they would go in like that. The way they made no sense for a 13-year-old's body.
No
What
sense. It was one body
13-year-old
type.
is shaped like that.
The
But like no
It's
13-year-old
crazy.
I know was shaped
No.
like that.
we were all
But like
squares.
it would
We were all squares.
we're all boxes, girl. Not one of us. I mean, I had by the time I was by the time I was shopping at Hollister and Abercrombie, I had boobs, but not like that.
No,
I
literally.
certainly didn't have a waist. No waist in sight.
No.
So I don't know what they were thinking there.
I don't know what was going on there. Anyway,
I don't know either.
yeah, so
Anyway, we're already off topic, but
just veered right
that's
over
the name of the
it.
show.
So,
That's the name of the show. Yeah.
That's
anyway,
the name of the show. This
anyway,
is it. So,
but let's get to the topic.
And
What's the topic?
disclaimer. And this is just for the show in general. Everything here we say is alleged. All y'all lawyers that are coming and they're going, boop, 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 it's alleged. Nothing is real. This is all fake.
Well, no, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing with this episode and all of the historical episodes we're about to do. I think it's fair to say it's not alleged because we really we did our research for these things. So
I'm going to say the
some of it's
historical
not
ones
alleged,
are not alleged. Right.
but our opinions about it. Take that with a grain of salt, okay?
Take it with 5 pounds of salt, okay? It's all alleged.
Because
nothing is real.
It's all alleged. Everything that doesn't seem like we are certain about it is alleged.
Which is about 95% of what was supposed to be. About
not just for this episode, but
said.
every episode moving forward. Every single one. This whole podcast is alleged.
It's imagination.
I'm alleged. You're alleged.
You're alleged. What's real?
Okay.
It's all
not a single
alleged.
thing we say.
Nothing.
Nothing we say is real.
You cannot hold me to anything. Okay? Blake Lively, it's all alleged. Okay? Don't come for me.
I'm not trying to get a cease and desist. No.
I'm not trying to get a cease and
Not our first episode back.
Come on, Blake. Don't do that to me, girl. I know about your 6 Virgo placements. Everything's alleged.
Yeah, I'm scared of her. For real.
Oh, I said it 2 years ago. You can look it up. Those six Virgo placements. Are you insane? Well, am I insane?
She is insane. No, she's insane.
We're all insane, but
she's an extra special type of insane. But anyway.
Okay.
Anyway,
let's
get to the topic at hand.
No, it took us 8 minutes and 39 seconds to get here.
But it's okay because it's been a while and we had to warm up a little bit and now we're ready to dive into our topic today, which is what, Reva?
Right. So today, I'm excited. We will be talking about the Met Gala and this year's theme, which was all about Black dandyism and the art of a good tailoring. So dive in, sit down, get a tea.
Let's do
it.
The
art of a
Let's do
wear
it.
a suit. Let's dance. Dun 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 dun. Let's dance. Let's dance.
Because as our Queen RuPaul says, if you want to get anywhere in life, wear a suit.
Wear a suit.
And the bitches at this year's Met Gala wore suits.
Let me
just say that.
Down. Okay, they wore those suits down. Okay.
Let's get into it.
I am going to try to, when I edit this episode, I'm going to try to, for the video portion, put up pictures of what we're talking about.
Oh, wow, you're really going to go in. Everybody thank Reva for her editing skills. And her editing
future
effort.
me, thank God.
Yes. And I'm just here to look pretty and be funny.
um,
JK.
oh my God. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it. And I've got a newer tablet this time. Not that freaking
Reba's got
Walmart
an
owned
iPad.
connection. Oh my God,
Reba's,
finally.
she's unlocked the secret to life, which is having an iPad.
And now I know what all you whores are talking about with the iPad because, girl, okay.
And you know what's crazy?
I feel smarter.
I have an iPad, but I still wrote everything down on paper because that's the kind of bitch I am. Take a look. Take a look, everybody.
And you know what? I am so addicted to handwriting in the sense that I always buy notebooks, I always buy pens and pencils, but at the end of the day, I never use them because, like, what am I doing with? Like, we're not.
I use them. I be writing.
I don't. I type it. I type it because you know what? My brain moves sometimes too fast for my body. It just. And then I get like, I think I hold it too hard, and then I get like really subconscious of like how I'm writing, even though nobody will see it.
I feel that.
But me. Right.
I feel that. But even if I'm taking notes on an iPad, I'll go with like the Notes app and I'll use my Apple Pencil and hand write them. Is that crazy?
Mm.
I like to write. I'm just a girl. Okay.
I'm just a girl in the world.
I'm just a girl. Okay, let's get started.
Yeah,
let's get started. I think we should start with the history of the Met Gala and what the fuck is it? Because here's the thing: the people, we the plebeians of the world, we see all the bitches walking into the Met Gala. We don't actually get to see what the hell the Met Gala even is. Girl, what is it? We just see them walk into it.
I had no clue what it was. None.
I knew what the event was for. I just didn't know how we got here. Like, how did we get here? And what, like, I want like a play-by-play of what happens when they walk in. Like, okay, they walk in through the doors, then what? That's what I didn't know. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And now, if you don't know, we're about to tell you. And strap in, it's not that fucking exciting.
It really.
The actual event, I'm gonna be so honest, that shit sounds so boring. I'm gonna be so honest. The only thing that's interesting, we'll get to it, but the only thing that's interesting is the other bitches there. I'd be like, ooh, who's here? Who's here?
Or
and
that,
then when I find out everyone who's there, I dip.
Or that, like, you know, like, iconic bathroom pic that they always take, you know.
Yes,
girl.
But they can't even do that anymore. They cracked down on that.
No!
Lame, boo. Yeah.
Why?
Well,
what is it showing?
Down on it. Well, it just doesn't want to show anything inside of the Met Gala. Like, nothing. Allegedly, they cracked down on it. I don't know how true it is. I have a feeling people still take pictures. They just don't post them anymore.
Wow. Damn.
And it's also because I think they have a photographer inside. So it's like you still see like some of what happens, but not like the candid moments on the iPhone, you know?
Yeah.
So sad. Well, so sad. Let's jump into it.
Literally.
Do you want me to start or do you want to go?
So I'm just going to give a definition, just a basic definition of what the Met Gala is. So just one word summary. It's a function held annually on the first Monday of May to preview the latest Costume Institute's exhibition, and it raises funds for the Costume Institute's like running. So it's basically like a fundraiser or a gala. That's essentially what a gala is. It's a dinner that's hosted by the thing who's held by the people who are, you know, running the gala so that they can run money to do whatever they want to do, which is, you know, I don't know, be good people. Yeah. And in this case,
the goal essentially is to get money for the Costume Institute at the Met Gala, and it's hosted by Vogue, which is why Anna Wintour's always there. It's because she's a perpetual chair, and she's the editor-in-chief of Vogue.
She never leaves.
Editor-in-chief of Vogue, so she's always there. She's always there.
You could probably call her the Ruth Bader Ginsburg of fashion.
except less likable. Listen, I don't know if anybody who's listening to this remembers what we used to do in our last episode. At the episodes, at the end, we would do a What Did We Learn segment, and I have shit to say about Anna Wintour. We'll get there.
I just have
Okay.
I have some, my one. I can't even speak. God, speak clearly. By Brittany Broski. Speak clearly. My What Did We Learn? God. My What Did We Learn is just about the genuine throw my mouth away. It's just about the general, like, I guess, society right now and how we see things and how we say things before really researching. I'll go into it.
We'll get
by
there.
the end
We'll
of the
get there. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
We are.
But like Riva said, the Met Gala is literally just a fundraising dinner. Okay, that's all it is. For the Costume Institute at the Met, and it started in 1948. So the shit is old. I didn't realize how old the Met Gala was. I thought it was like it had been going on for like 30 years. No, the Met Gala's as old as my grandma. Like, gag. The Met Gala is basically as old as my grandmother, and started by Eleanor Lambert, a fashion publicist. So it's really kind of always been a fashion event.
Right.
Except it used to be tailored to like high society, so just basically like rich people. And it's sort of evolved into now like celebrities. So before it was just like rich people in these like high, like, you know, fancy circles or whatever the fuck, and now it's like influencers and celebrities and shit. And you know what the gag is, bitch? The tickets to the early Met Galas were $50 each. Can you believe?
Girl.
Which I know was a lot in 1948. That was probably a lot. But now tickets are like $75,000.
No, look.
So,
and it's really important. It's important to note, though. It is important to say and note that the Met Gala funds the Costume Institute, part of the Met, of the Metric Museum. And really important fact, like the costume department or the Costume Institute is self-funded, so they don't get any funds from the Met. They are completely self-funded. So in a way, this is really good because we're helping sustain a huge part of American fashion and art history. So
exactly.
It's like the road to hell was paved with good intentions, if you will.
I mean, I know the Met Gala, especially in like our times, can seem a little dystopian and kind of like Hunger Games, like apocalyptic. But listen, rich people have to do something. And this is what they do, and the money that they're paying is going towards preserving a lot of this art and these costumes, and the exhibit is like the theme every year is actually the theme of the exhibit, and the general public can go see the exhibit. So, and before, like a couple years ago, the Met Gala used to be not the Met Gala. Going to the Met was free. Anybody could just walk into the Met and go see everything in the Met for free. Not anymore, but it used to be that way. So the Met needs money, okay? And these people need money. So at least it's going towards something. You know, it's not just throwing money to Anna Wintour and Vogue and whatever. It's like actual fundraising for a thing that's important.
And I'm going to go back to what you said about how people dressed the theme of what's like the current theme of that year. So that also was not a thing that happened every year. Like in the 90s or early 2000s, you just saw people in normal dress going to the Met. And there were some people before this moment I'm going to mention, before this moment happened, that would actually dress the theme. But it wasn't until this person going to this particular Met that it all changed. And it was Rihanna, I think in 2014, when she went to the Met Gala, and the theme was China Through the Looking Glass, and she wore that big yellow, like shawl or robe, and it like spanned.
It was like like a big robe, like a big coat,
big huge,
like a big overcoat.
Yes, and that really changed the entire kind of trajectory of how you would arrive and attend at the Met, because Nobody was doing that. Almost nobody was doing that before that happened. And now you literally are looked upon as like, what the fuck is wrong with you if you're not doing that? So
I think Rihanna just kind of made everybody like level up. Like I think people were dressing for the
yes.
theme because what I found upon my Googling and like reading was
Hmm.
that people really started to dress for the theme or like were encouraged to dress for the theme in the 70s when Miss Diana Vreeland took over. Now, I
Yes.
didn't know that Diana Vreeland was like the queen of the Met Gala. For some reason, I
Hmm.
like didn't put it together, but the Met Gala should just be called the Diana Vreeland Gala because she changed what the Met Gala was completely. Before it was literally just like
Hmm.
another evening that rich people. It was like another dinner that rich people would go to. Like that was it.
Yeah.
And then Diana Vreeland was like, "No, I want to invite celebrities. I want to make this like a big public moment." And so she was like, let's invite all these famous people. Let's get people to
Hmm.
cover it and let's get other people
Hmm.
to care. Because before, like,
Right.
us regular people did not know what the Met Gala was until Diana Berlin was like, let's get the cameras here. Let's get the news here. Let's get
Yeah.
like let's get the cameras so that people can
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
So, um, so she actually moved the event to the Met Museum. Before it was like
Hmm.
at different regular places all around New York City. And then she moved it to
Hmm.
the Met and she was the one who added themes. She was like, I'm going to like start theming the exhibits
Hmm.
and that'll be con. Now, the first theme I have it written down. Where is it? The first theme was a World of Balenciaga, which is so funny to me because that's literally like every other year the theme is like World of insert designer here. Like,
No, and I'm gonna say too, I actually wrote down a couple of themes that I think would do so well today,
oh,
and that
please
was one of
share.
them. So yeah, so that was one of them, but they did it again in 1973, or I guess she did it in 1973, and they yeah. So I think
Yeah,
it'd be so like CUNT if we brought it back and like try to do it today.
I
That'd be
agree.
so
I
yeah.
agree. Yeah.
It would be so creative, unique, nerve, and talent. Um,
Yes.
yeah. No trademarks. Um,
Don't come for us, RuPaul.
don't cover. God. Um,
This is like the eighth
and
time
then
we've mentioned RuPaul in this episode already.
I know.
RuPaul, we love
Okay,
you.
so we love you, Illy. Uh, so the other ones that I mentioned, in 1976, the theme was the glory of the Russian costume. That would eat down,
Love.
especially if they go
That's
back to like
iconic.
Romanovs, isn't it? Think about it.
That would eat.
That would eat down,
Imagine like,
especially if people,
imagine like, Sharonin, like this Russian.
girl,
She would eat down.
especially like back in the day, the Russian Empire was considered one of the most, if not the most, like wealthy, extravagant, expensive dynasties in the
Yeah.
world. Like they were one of the richest, if not the richest. Like people were going to them in
Yeah.
crisis, which is really shady. And if you think about it, it's really shady how England treated the Romanovs when like that whole thing was happening. We're not going to go into history anyway. Whatever. Okay, I'm
Well, and
moving on.
except
But
now the way that we view the Russians is very different.
right, right.
Now,
But
like now we're like, boo,
girl,
Russia.
boo Russia.
Boo.
The 1800s Russia, they were killing it back there. They were killing it.
Yeah, 100%.
And another theme that I would think we do as a do-over because we effed up the Gilded Age so bad,
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
is the 18th century woman.
Yes.
That was his theme
I thought
in
I had a
1981.
few in my mind of what you were gonna say. I thought of that one, but I also thought of camp, notes on camp.
Yeah,
The amount of people that didn't understand camp is sad. Like there were some really iconic looks from that red carpet, but like
yes,
that red carpet had really high highs and then like really low
tanking lows,
Yeah,
tanking
girl.
lows. And honestly, it was kind of like this year where it's like if you didn't get it, you obviously
But
should have
listen,
gone.
here's the thing.
Mm.
we can't shit on the people actually wearing the outfits. We have to shit on the
We can't.
designers
Yeah.
who make these people wear these outfits, because some of them are so, now here some celebrities are really involved in the making of the outfits.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the celebrity, I guess, but some aren't, and some are like the designers invite them and want them to wear this look.
Mm-hmm.
And girl, sometimes the look is bad.
It's bad.
And I'm not going to blame the person wearing it. I'm going to blame, the designer who made them wear it, because that's ridiculous.
Now, and for today's episode, I don't think I want to get into the people who look bad because honestly, number one, I don't remember.
No. And it's
And
not,
number two,
we don't have to discuss that. You already know.
no. Yeah, you already know. You know who you are because you already got it already.
You know who you are. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's just say, if you're not mentioned here today, it wasn't worth noting. Let's just say that.
Let's not say that. It was worth noting. Either A, I forgot about you, or B, yeah, you really done fucked up. But because
Well,
this is only like an hour or so long.
Am I wrong though?
I don't know. We're not playing this
We've
game.
been here
Kitty.
for half an hour. I'm already stirring the pot.
We are not playing this game today, Katie. We are not playing this game.
What?
Anyway, so, now this one can teeter on cultural appropriation. I did list it.
Okay.
1985, they did the theme of the costumes of Royal India.
I think if it's the theme and they're like encouraged to dress that way, because listen, when like if I went to an Indian wedding, I would be expected to dress in the Indian like dress,
Right.
So if the theme is, Indian dress, then you should wear that.
Well, I think if they had Indian designers, or if they, specifically went,
for sure.
They had, like Indian consultants, like, people who are definitely
that's crucial.
Experienced.
That's crucial.
Yeah.
I don't want to see like Tommy Hilfiger's take on Indian trek. No, thank you.
No.
Oh my god, imagine Tommy Hilfiger like making it like all red, white, and blue and shit. That'd be so bad.
I don't want to see Betsy Johnson's take on Asari. Please don't.
Wait, actually, maybe I kind of would. I actually kind of would want to see Betsy Johnson. I actually kind of would. Okay.
I said she is very slay, but like I don't want to. No, I need her. I need her to have a consultant and an advisor. Yeah.
There had to be a lot of like checks and balances there. Like,
yes.
Who's involved?
Why did it? Now that I'm looking at my little list of themes that would like eat, they're all like period pieces. I have a problem. Anyway,
it's a problem. I think you just have a niche.
I have a niche and I didn't even realize it. So the next theme I noted was in 1988 they did the theme called From Queen to Empress, Victorian Dress, 1837 to 1877. And I think this would eat down, okay?
That's specific as fuck.
and that's what I'm saying. You only have 40 years, okay? I think we could do this. Yeah. And it's Queen Victoria or Victorian dress. Like, it doesn't get as niche as it doesn't get as niche and as small as that. Like, that's the theme. Go with it.
I think we're due for a theme where pretty much everyone has to wear like a big, big gown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See? Yes, and Victorian is that girl.
I need everyone to show up in a big, ornate, elaborate gown.
Yes. And I'm gonna say, a great movie for this is The Young Victoria with Emily Blunt. They eat that movie up costume-wise. Like, the costumes are gorgeous, okay? And I feel like that theme, if everyone does it correctly and properly, it would eat down. It would be so good.
Well, that's a big ask, girl. That's a big ask.
It's a big ask because we did Gilded Age and everybody messed it up.
I just don't think these designers understood what it meant. I don't think they got it.
They don't get it, yeah. And then the last theme I listed was in 2004 they did Dangerous Liaisons, Fashion and Furniture in the 18th Century.
Okay. I have that theme written down because when I was doing my research, I
Yeah.
saw an article, I can't remember if it was for Vogue or Cosmo, that said that 2004 was the year where the tables turned, and this was when people started to come in like really elaborate costumes. Like people were like, "Oh, because people were dressing for the theme before this, but this was
Mm-hmm.
when designers took it to a new place and made
Mm-hmm.
it like this big, like 2004 was, I think, the turn where it became like not just the Met Gala, but also like fashion's biggest night, which is what people call the Met
Mm-hmm.
Gala now.
Yeah.
So we can thank Miss 2004 and that kooky ass theme
I'm telling you, everything happened in 2004.
for what we
Movies.
know now as the Met Gala.
Yeah, movies, television. 2004 was a year. We gotta go. We gotta really analyze
2004
that.
was a great year, and I'm
It
mad
was a
that we
great
weren't
year.
like we were alive, but we weren't like cognizant. Like we weren't like aware of the culture.
Right.
Like we were alive, but barely.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we were 6 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
5 years old. So
Oh, I
like,
was like 6. Yeah.
actually, you know what though? Maybe I was 6 because before Anna Wintour took over. Oh no, no, wait. It would have been in May in 2004. But before Anna Wintour took over, the Met Gala used to be in December, and then Anna Wintour said, "Psych, let's make
Mm-hmm.
it May." Okay.
Which
I
honestly,
think that makes sense. That makes
it
sense
makes
to me.
sense. Yeah. And I just
Who
love
would
the
want to go
first
to a
Monday of
dinner
May.
in December in New York?
No.
Like, right? Yeah, the first Monday in May has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cute. So,
I have to give.
um,
I'll give it to her there. I'll give it to her there. But that's about
yeah.
it.
So yeah, so that's just, or that's the notes I have for the Met Gala, um, in
Yeah.
general. But
Let me see. Let me see. Okay. So I want to go back to kind of the like ye old days of the Met Gala. Um,
mm,
in the sense that the Met Gala has only been canceled 4 times since
mm,
1948. I thought this was such an interesting fact. Um, the Met Gala has only been canceled 4 times. From
mm.
for two of them, you can guess why. It was canceled in 2002.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
and it was canceled in 2020. Okay. Now, before that, it was canceled in 2000. And it was canceled in 2000 because the exhibit was supposed to be on Chanel. The theme of the exhibit was like showcasing Chanel.
Mm-hmm.
But the people on the board had a disagreement. There was like some sort of falling out, and the
Mm,
exhibit was canceled.
mm.
Girl, no exhibit. Canceled. So they were like, well, there's no exhibit, so no gala for you.
Okay.
So that's a gag. And I don't know if they've done the Chanel. I don't know if they like redid the Chanel thing. They probably did. I'm sure they did. At some
Mm,
point, there was a Chanel theme.
mm-hmm,
But that year, for some reason, there was some controversy. I don't know what they were fighting about, but they were fighting about something.
mm-hmm. Right.
So canceled the exhibit, canceled the Met Gala, and the time before that was 1957, and there is no reason. And I want to know the reason because I'm kind of mad
Me too.
that,
Because like,
that
why?
nobody knows the reason. I'm gonna need someone to investigate and help us find out why the 1957 Met Gala was
I
canceled.
said someone needs to go back into the books and pull that shit back up. Because what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it
Yeah.
sucks that
For sure.
there was like no email or texting because like there's
God.
like no evidence of
There's
communication.
no digital trail. Damn it.
Girl,
God.
there probably isn't even a paper trail. Who knows? But
I know that
I thought that was so
aliens
interesting.
I know that aliens probably sit up there and they like look down at us and they're like, it took them 100 years just to get here. Like, God, they're dumb. And I'm
Yeah.
sitting down here like, yeah, you said it, not me. Like,
Well, I
I
couldn't
agree with
agree
you.
more.
I-
I also just wanted to add that back to Miss Diana Vreeland, who like
Mm,
really shaped the Met Gala into what we know
mhm,
it to be today.
mhm,
Some of the first celebrities that were invited to the Met Gala in the
mhm,
70s when Diana Vreeland decided to invite celebrities, um, were Elizabeth Taylor, Elton
mm,
John,
mhm.
Cher,
Of
Andy
course.
Warhol,
Yeah.
Bianca Jagger, Liza
Mm-hmm.
Minnelli, and Diana Ross, who was also at this year's Met Gala. I think that is
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so fierce.
It's so fierce.
Diana Ross, we'll get to it, but she ate down.
She ate down, girl.
Like, was her outfit this year on theme? No. Did I care?
I don't care. No.
I don't
She
care.
could
She
have
showed
showed
up
up.
and she
I
looked
don't.
so good.
She could have showed up in a black paper bag. Whatever. It's Diana
So I'd have been like,
Ross. I don't care.
I would have eaten
Yes.
it up.
No, you know
Yeah.
what's so, oh, you know what's so CUNT, you know what's so creative, uniqueness, nervous talent. And we'll talk, now I'm blending, I guess, like some topics, but I have to say this. Since we're talking about Diana Ross, so, you know, Zendaya goes to the Met Gala, and she's wearing this, like, all-white suit with, yeah.
Sorry. She's having a little moment over here and I just have to readjust. Sorry. For everyone who's not watching and is just listening, my dog is here with me. And she's having a little moment. Anyway, please continue.
Hello, it's me time. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, so Zendaya, she, like, showed up in an all-white suit, and
Yes.
like pimped, tilted hat, and everybody was like,
So
"Oh,
good.
it's a little bit." A lot of people were like, "Oh, it's so basic," or "Oh, she really didn't show up or show out." I don't think you guys understand the significant moment it is right now that Zendaya showed up in that, because she's literally referencing one of Diana Ross's movies called Mahogany that came out in the 70s, and she was
Yeah.
walking behind Diana Ross wearing the mahogany inspired. Does no one
Yeah. It
understand
was
what's
very full
happening?
circle.
It's
It
so
was
full
so full
circle.
circle.
And there was
Yeah.
one moment where, like, Zendaya was geeking, and like the camera, I don't know, somebody was recording, and someone like panned the camera to her, and she was like, "She's the inspo. She's the inspo.
She's
She's
the
the billboard.
reference.
She's the reference."
She is the reference. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just pissed me
It's
off that
so
nobody
good.
understood that. Yeah, yeah. So everybody who was
Well,
like, "Oh, it's basic."
I was kind of hoping she would show up in a full like zoot suit moment. Like that's what I thought she
Right.
would show up in.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean the look was beautiful. Like
Beautiful.
something doesn't have to be big to be
No.
good. Like the point of this year's Met Gala was the details. Like the
Mm-hmm.
tiny
Mm-hmm.
little details. And
Mm-hmm.
her like cinched in waist, the tie, the hat. She had like a brooch or something on. Like she looked amazing. Her outfit was
Impeccable.
so custom. Like they must have taken her measurements like 85 times to get that
Yeah.
perfect. It was
Yes.
because that outfit she had on would fit nobody else. It was made for
No.
her. That's the point.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the point.
And she looked impeccable and just so fly. And you know that
Yeah.
that girl really like, I swear to God, if she was an actress, she would be a supermodel, because she knows how to pose and give it to you, girl. Like,
Yeah.
and the fact that Diana Ross is in front of her, does no understand what's happening.
Well, did you also see that
Bella gets
someone
it.
came in basically the same
Bella
but
gets
basically
it.
the someone I think it was Anna I don't know how to say her last name, Anna Sawai. She came in like the
Yeah.
exact same outfit. Which was kind of gaggy, but listen, I think their references were different, but they looked really similar.
They did, but unfortunately Zendaya came in first. So
I
I'm gonna have to give
mean,
it.
listen,
I
now it's just
mean,
like, okay, who wore it better? Damn.
I'm gonna have to give it to my girl Z. But
You know, I have to go. I have to pick up this dog. I'm about to turn from the camera if you're watching. I'm so sorry. Just
okay.
hold for the dog. She's driving me crazy.
Okay. Oh, I can pause. Wow.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, okay. We're trying a new system.
She just doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't know what she wants.
Literally. And we're trying a new podcasting system, and it says pause, and I'm like, oh, pause.
Yeah, guys, we're on a
Okay.
totally new system. So, if we have any technical difficulties, it's because we're still learning it, okay?
Yes. So let's see. So do you want to
do
get
you
into
have any
Black
notes about what
Dandyism?
happens? What? Oh, I was gonna say what happens inside because.
Oh, I have no
Um,
notes happening. I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So I've always been so curious about this because I feel like we all like, in the last couple of years that there have been photographers in there, we
Mm-hmm.
get to see kind of who's in there and like the tables and stuff, but we don't know what
Yeah.
they actually do. Girl, what do they do in there? I'll tell you. So, first and foremost, Anna Wintour has enacted a no phone policy. So, no
Mm.
phones, aka no social media. So, you're not going to see any celebrities posting on their stories to like, OMG, I'm at the Met Gala. Like, no.
Mm.
Because there
Well,
are
well,
no phones allowed.
well, hold on. Um,
Well, people would break the rules in the bathroom.
well, no, Megan the Stallion actually like recorded some videos and put them on her story. And this is all alleged. But
Well, it's not alleged if she actually did it.
well, she did do it. Well, she
But
did
it's
it.
not alleged.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's alleged in the fact that allegedly, Anna Wintour and the rest of like the Vogue team got caught wind of it, and allegedly basically banned her from the Met Gala.
Oh,
Allegedly,
see, I saw
yes.
an article like with the headline like Megan Thee Stallion banned from the Met Gala, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
that can't be true. But
Mm.
if
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense though. It's a very strict no
Mm-hmm.
phone policy. Um, so Anna Wintour. It's so interesting to me that they want to maintain all of this secrecy about what happens inside, but
Mm-hmm.
the actual way in there is probably one of the most publicized, photographed moments of the year. Period. I think that's so interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so nobody has their phones. Some people break the rules in the bathroom, and we've gotten some iconic photos of the Met Gala of like all of these celebrities in one big mirror pic, and it's iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but they've really cracked down on it. Okay, so no
Yeah.
phones. So the first thing that happens is a cocktail hour
Okay.
where all of the celebrities get to mingle, and they actually get to look at the exhibit, which is like what they paid all this money for. Um, and like you said, this year is Black Dandyism, so there was a lot of really cool stuff to look at. I saw some little bits of what's in there, and the exhibit looks gorgeous, gorgeous
Mm-hmm.
inside. So they get to look around at that, and then they have the dinner. Now, allegedly, I've heard that the dinner now is more like hors d'oeuvres, but they still have like a dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've seen the like some iconic videos of Anna Wintour and the Vogue team planning out the seating chart, but
Mm-hmm.
Anna Wintour is extremely like neurotic and like meticulous about the seating chart where everyone is sitting, who has drama with who would talk well with who's
Mm-hmm.
dating, who broke up, who's friends,
Mm-hmm.
who hates each other, and it's apparently takes months to plan the
Yeah.
seating chart,
Yeah.
which is
Well, if
crazy.
well, if you think about it too, this year, the people who went this year, I mean, we have Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B in the same,
The same room.
and then, oh my God, and then we had, Sabrina
A lot of
Carpenter
exes.
and a lot of
Barry Keegan.
exes, not a lot of her exes, but
Yeah.
like Barry, um,
But like
um,
there are a lot of people there who like have dated and then are now broken up. Like that's just
right,
is one of
right,
those
right,
things,
yeah.
you know?
So
But that
it
a
was
lot goes
it
into that
was,
seating chart.
yeah, for sure. Aye, aye, aye.
So they have their little dinner, and then
Mm-hmm.
there's entertainment. And usually it's like some sort of pretty like high profile performer
Mm-hmm.
that we used to not see. And then I think all of a sudden now we like know who's performing and what they perform.
Mm.
Like we saw videos of Ariana Grande last year. This year it was
Mm-hmm.
Usher, and Usher did that little bit with the cherry with Sabrina Carpenter. Have you
Mm.
seen Usher's little bit with the cherry?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I haven't.
At Usher shows, I think he maybe is doing a residency in Vegas or something. I don't know.
Mm.
But he'll go up to a girl in the audience and he'll hold up like two cherries.
Mm-hmm.
And usually the girls will go freaky deaky on the cherries, like licking them and like putting them in and out of their mouths and shit. It's fucking nasty. So Usher will feed someone cherries during the show.
Right.
And
Right.
At the Met Gala, he did that little bit with Sabrina Carpenter. I think Sabrina was very demure, very mindful, and just ate the cherry. Um, but you know,
Because this is a
she's-
this is a work
she's-
event.
yes. I actually, that's so funny to say that. I wrote that down. I think the Met Gala for so many of these people is a networking event.
Oh, for sure.
Like the Met Gala is also for networking. Hello.
Yeah, for sure.
So after the entertainment, apparently the evening ends very early. Earlier than I think a lot of people would think, because the real main event, I think the real reason people go to the Met is to go to the after parties. When you see pictures of people at the Met, you see them leave the hotel with their main look on, and then a few hours later you see them leave the hotel again in their after party look, which is usually like a whole nother look that is, depending on the celebrity, like equally, if not more elaborate than the outfit they went to the Met in.
It's wild.
Which is
wild.
crazy.
Yeah.
I think Anna Wintour has her own after party, and then I think there's like, I think designers will have after parties and stuff like that. So people aren't actually at the, I thought people were at the Met really late, but no, they go to these, the Met Gala actually ends pretty early, and then they're like, peace out, I'm going to the after party.
Right.
So it's, and I think I saw a TikTok of this girl who like lived across the street from Anna Wintour in New York City, and was like watching all of these big black like Escalades like pull up to to Anna Wintour's apartment for the after parties.
No.
Or not her apartment, her fucking house, her big ass fucking house in New York City. But yeah, it's so funny. So the Met Gala, like I said at the beginning of the episode, it doesn't sound that interesting, y'all.
Yeah.
Low-key, I'd be the most interested in like getting the gossip. Like, I just want the hot tea from like all the other celebs. Like, what's going on with them? What's going on with them? What's the tea with them? Like, I'd look around at the exhibit, eat some like pigs in blankets, gossip, and then dip.
Yeah.
You know, sounds kind of boring.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
I think they should probably innovate and work around like making the, I guess but well, you just caught me within two thoughts, and I just, ADHD. Hope maybe, I don't know.
She glitched. She glitched.
I was gonna say potentially maybe they can, work on innovating the Met to where it's more entertaining once you get inside, but at the same time, it's doing what it's doing with the whole like red carpet thing. So
at the end of the day, it's
know.
Literally just a fundraising dinner. That's all it is.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
Like, it's not like the event itself isn't this big grand thing.
No.
The red carpet part is, because that's the part that we're seeing. Like,
right.
They're really kind of just entertaining us on the red carpet. But once they get in there, like, the big thing is over. Like,
yeah, that's it.
The red carpet is the big thing, and then when they get in, it's just like, okay. At least that's what it seems like. I could be wrong, but that's what it seems like. And I also, before we get into this year's theme, I also have written down what the fuck the co-chairs do. Did you have any idea? Because I didn't until I literally looked it up.
None. I still don't.
So every year, the Met Gala usually has a handful of co-chairs, and it's like a bunch of like really famous people that help, along with Anna Wintour, of course. She's always a co-chair. Right. Who like plan the Met Gala, and the co-chair's job is to basically promote the event, and they host it. So usually like the co-chairs will go up on the stage like and say a few words to all of the people there. And they're also expected to follow the theme and interpret it in their own way. Most people do that already, but there are still some people who don't do it. You'd be shocked, but there are some people who don't. So it's the host's job to really like, you have to commit to the bid. You have to commit. And they also help curate the guest list, allegedly. I think they have some say in like who can go. Obviously, Anna Wintour has to approve because she's psychotic. But they get to have a say in the guest list and allegedly the menu. Don't know how true that is. But they also help like create the atmosphere of the event. So like what the exhibit can look like and all those things. So I imagine that when you commit to like being a co-chair, that's like a commitment. Like, I imagine that's like a lot of meetings.
Probably. Yeah.
Lots of meetings. But I didn't know that. So
it's almost like being, it's like being a bridesmaid at a wedding. It's like a lot of meetings. We have to work on your look.
A lot of like, sharing stupid ideas that Anna Wintour, or actually probably sharing really good ideas that Anna Wintour would be like, no.
we're doing this.
In her fuck ass bob. Her in her fuck ass bob.
Girl, and she's had that bob forever. You know what? Give it to her for commitment because she's had that bob forever. Like, I didn't realize how long she had
the
that
fuck ass
bob.
bob.
I'm telling you, I didn't realize how long that girl had that bob. And then I watched this like one video of her in the 90s and I was like, oh, she's been snipping on this bob for a long time.
And I bet you she gets
commitment.
I bet you she gets like bi-weekly haircuts.
Oh yeah, there's no way. There is no way because you have to have it
always like, so
one level.
Sharp and precise.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one length all the way around, and those bangs are like. She's crazy.
I live.
She's crazy.
I live with the bob. I live with the bob. Okay.
What's your name, B.O.B.? So they calling you Bob?
Hey.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now that we've gotten all that out of the way, now that we know what the Met is, what the people there do, what happens inside, yada yada yada, now we can get into this year's Met Gala and the theme. Take it away.
Okay. So, dandyism, I'm going to give you just like I'll give you the basic definition of a dandy. Not a black dandy, but just a dandy man. So, a dandy is a man who places special importance on his physical appearance, especially the look and fit of his clothing. That's a dandy, a white dandy, if you will.
Yep.
Now, black dandyism, it first emerged in the 18th century in England at the height of the transatlantic slave trade, which means basically it emerged like right kind of at the tail end of slavery. Not the tail end. I would say like right before and right at the end of slavery in the 18th century. Yeah. Or no, 18th century, 1700s. So it happened in the height of slavery. There we go. Sorry.
You're so right. I'm so bad with the centuries and the numbers.
Dumb.
I'm just like, yeah.
I'm so dumb. Yeah.
I'm like, so dumb. I believe you.
We're dumb. We're dumb. I'm dumb. Don't worry about it.
That is awful.
Oops. So yeah, it did happen at the height of slavery.
Yeah, it was at the apex.
Yes, apex. And then so during this time, I'm just gonna read a passage of an article that I read. It said during this time, impeccably, and it's not Wikipedia. Okay, everyone in the comments, Riva, it's not Wikipedia.
You act like people were coming for us for researching on Wikipedia. Not a single soul gave a shit. And Reba all week has been texting me. I'm citing my sources. It's not Wikipedia. I'm like, Reba, no one cares. But Reba cares, and that's why. Yeah.
I just want to make a note of clear.
Wikipedia is heavily moderated now. You really can't get away with like false information on there anymore.
Yeah, true. And they do, and they cite their sources well.
They do. I'm just saying, Wikipedia is not always right, but 9 times out of 10, Wikipedia is right.
Right. So it says, during this time, impeccably dressed black slaves were often used by white slave owners as symbols of their wealth, as discussed by Monica L. Miller in her book. And that was an important piece, too. So Monica L. Miller writes this book called Slaves to Fashion, Black Dandyism, and the Styling of Black Diasporic Identity. Sorry, I can't read.
It's okay.
So she creates this book. She writes this book, I think in the early 2000s. I don't know which year. But it then becomes, the book is so well written and so knowledgeable that it becomes, in time, it becomes the theme for the Met Gala. So look what happens when you read, ladies and gentlemen, and you go to college.
Look at that.
Look what happens. Look at God. Won't he do it?
And this is such a good theme. I really liked this theme, and I think it was a relatively successful year in terms of people executing. Obviously, every year there's going to be some duds. Okay. But for the most part, I think this was a really good year. Obviously, to me, nothing will beat the Heavenly Bodies.
Right.
That, Met Gala was nothing will beat that.
No.
At least not yet. But I thought pretty much everybody did a decent job at understanding what was going on here.
Yeah,
because I
for
love
sure.
that's all about the details. I love that.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
the tiny little like everything from like nails to jewelry to
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Hats, socks, and shoes. Fucking
No,
everything.
I'm
Coats.
going. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I have two quotes. Um, and this is my first quote is from the writer of the article that I read. Her name was Taylor Adigun from Ebony Magazine. She says, at its core, Black dandyism signifies a diasporic um, metamorphosis of Black men turning into style giants, a storied history that dates back to the antebellum era. So that's just kind of like a great kind of little blurb of what it is. And then the second quote, which I think really like exemplifies what dandyism is, or especially what Black dandyism is by Drew Joyner, and he said this on his YouTube channel. He says, a Black dandy represents an individual who is, on the one hand, seeks to use fashion as a means to express identity, and on the other hand, attempts to challenge what status, prestige, and what beauty looks like.
Period.
So, yeah. Um, and this theme, I think, too, was really, really interesting because we were, I think, just as a society and as, you know, members of the netizen communities, or I guess everybody on TikTok, a lot of people were considering and thinking, okay, well, who would be considered a modern day Black dandy? Like, who would be considered, you
Yeah.
know, really great representatives of dandyism or Black dandyism? And we got our top hitters like Zendaya and Cynthia Erivo. Oh my God, Coleman. His
Coleman
last
Domingo.
name.
I was just gonna
Thank
say
you.
he's the first person I think of when you said that. I was
Right.
like Coleman Domingo.
Right, Coleman
Yeah.
Domingo, Pharrell, A$AP Rocky, like they are definitely the first people I think of when I think about dandyism. Now there is another person that I think about when I think about Black dandyism who is extremely popular on TikTok. His name is Wisdom K. And
Love wisdom.
I love
We love
Wisdom.
wisdom.
His TikToks, and insert picture here, Reva. His TikToks are some of the most incredible pieces of visual artwork I've ever seen in my entire life. His style, his use of color and texture when he creates these looks for
Yeah.
these like random props that people give him on TikTok is some of the most creative pieces of work I've ever seen in my entire life. Like honestly, when I think of dandyism now, I think of him instantly. And the fact that he was not invited to this year's Met Gala burns a hole in my brain
I
that
know.
I can't like heal. It burns a wound
The
on my
sick
arm I can't
part,
heal.
yeah, the sick part of the Met Gala now is that usually it's like these individuals who are going are not the ones buying the tickets. It's these
Yeah.
designers and companies that buy the ticket, like
Mhm.
buy tables,
Mhm.
and then they have to pick the people they want to invite to fill their table. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
we bought like 10, we bought a table of 10, and we have to pick 10 people who we want to dress and send them to the Met Gala.
Mhm.
So it's unfortunate, and I feel like influencers still haven't fully infiltrated the Met Gala. Like they'll get like every now and then, like there'll be like one or two that get invited, and obviously Emma Chamberlain is the exception to this, not the rule. Like Emma
Mhm.
Chamberlain has not become a staple in the Met Gala like press for
Mhm.
some reason, and um and other than that, you don't see too many like true influencers. I mean, like
Mhm.
TikTokers, like Instagram people, YouTuber. You don't really see them there too much. I think like was Charlie D'Amelio ever invited? Like I can't remember. Like every now and then, like one or two influencers will be there.
I think she was maybe one time, but I don't
Maybe
remember
once,
what
or
year
maybe
it
it wasn't
was.
Charlie. It was Dixie.
I think it was
Maybe
Charlie,
it was
but it
her
was
sister.
one time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wisdom was
Yeah.
invited last year, right? Or the year before?
Yes, he was there last year.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I really wish I would have seen him there, but influencers, I feel like it's tough. Like, but which is so crazy because this is his bread and butter. Like
This is
this
it.
is
This is
Wisdom
it.
K's whole thing. Like
Yes. Yeah.
his his outfits are works of art.
Yes.
So I would have loved to see what he would have done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but alas.
Yeah.
Alas.
Yeah.
It sucks. But he's definitely like he is this theme, right? Like this, like
It
he's the
is him.
poster.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. And I'm just, yeah, like I'm really kind of shocked that they didn't invite him.
Yeah, I know. He
Because
got
this
overlooked,
is,
which is crazy.
yeah, which is wild. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Um, so I actually wanted to go over, I have photos. I, um, I wanted to go over people who I thought like really ate and really gave and really served.
Yeah.
Um, and my first person obviously is Tiana Taylor. I mean, what a way to open the show.
She was the first look I saw, and I was like, everyone can
Yeah.
go home. Everybody turn
Cut the
around and go home.
cameras. Turn around and go home.
She looked so good. Like
Incredible.
the
Incredible.
you know what it is? I need these bitches to make the shoulder pads need to literally be out to here. Like
Out.
the shoulder pads were shoulder padding, the pinstripes, the layering, the fucking cane. I
Mm-hmm.
wish, honestly, half of the outfits at the Met Gala this year could have been improved with the fucking cane. Okay? Get a fucking cane. And that bitch had a cane. She had the red and the gray.
I'm looking at a picture. It's just,
Obsessed.
it's so, I mean, even just like the
It's so
big ass fucking flower on her, what is it? What shoulder? Her right shoulder is insane.
so
It's huge. With the feather in the hat. I mean, girl,
I call it
give it
macaroni.
up.
Okay?
Girl, and I mean the heels. I mean, she's wearing at least 10-inch heels. I don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah. She looked incredible.
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 Incredible. Just way to set a bar. Way to set a bar. Like,
Ugh.
everybody go
I
home.
knew when she was the first look I saw, I was like, well, it's gonna be hard
It's
to top
done.
that.
It's gonna be hard to top that.
Like, that's the bar. I know everyone else has to meet that or exceed it for me to like it.
No, literally.
Yeah.
And then we mentioned Zendaya, obviously. I mean, just so
Obviously, she looks stunning and gorgeous.
so clean, so cutesy, so not even cutesy. Fuck
It was
cutesy.
so
Like, just
Virgo.
so
That whole look.
so
That whole look was so
Virgo.
Virgo.
It's giving Virgo's groove on Renaissance. It's giving like so just so 70s. I mean, and the photo that I'm looking at, she is posing and you can't see her eyes because they're like hidden behind the flap of the hat. This girl's got me screaming.
Yeah.
I'm feral.
Because if Zendaya's gonna do anything, she knows how to pose an outfit
Yes,
and how to
and
present
sell
an
it.
outfit.
Yes, yes.
And everything is nipped and tucked and pinned.
Oh
The
my
pants are the
God.
perfect length. They're not too loose. Like the jacket is the perfect length. Nothing is too loose.
It's
Nothing
so
is too tight.
good.
Everything is, it's literally made for her body. The details are literal perfection. So good.
And you know she's wearing those socates underneath. You know she's wearing those socates. Like,
Of course.
Of course.
The so Kate.
I'm looking at it and it's like, oh my God.
That's the only shoe she wears anymore.
What is this actor or what is this model's name? I forgot her name. And I'm gonna butcher it, but every time she goes to the Met Gala,
It's not Iman, is it?
No. Oh, it's Anukiai.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yes. So
I know
I
who
didn't
you're
see.
talking about. She looked so
Yes.
fierce. She ate down boots.
No, literally, like, and I'm
like,
I'm dang, I can't reference Whitney Brosi again in this episode. Why was I thinking of I'm jerking it? Like,
Are you jerking your peanuts right now?
I know. I'm flicking the bean.
Ew.
No, I thought about her look last year and as like the water droplet.
No,
Oh my God.
she always understands the assignment. She always looks
Always.
so good.
And her skin, she looks otherworldly. Her skin is so, girl, look at my skin. I can't take this life no more. And this girl looks so chocolatey brown and it just, no hyperpigmentation anywhere. She looks good.
She looks so,
Like,
her skin is glowing. Like
yes,
all of the colors that they put on her always pop. Even if it's black and white,
so
the
good.
white pops so much.
Yes,
Just,
yes,
she is so stunning. She is so stunning.
yes. And even this dress that she has on, it's so, I love the like the tie aspect of the top, even the pockets on the bottom. I love everything
Yeah,
about it. And she's also, I mean, obviously a model, so she knows how to pose, but she just gives every single time, and I love it. She eats,
she does. Yeah,
and I love
hands
her.
down, every time. Same.
I also really love Sabrina Carpenter's look.
Me too. Me too. Me too,
Yeah,
me too, me too. I loved it. I loved
hmm
everything about it. I love the
I
color.
loved it.
I love that her legs were out. Bitch,
hmm
when you're short, because she is short, that's her whole thing. She's
hmm
short. And
hmm
it's hard to make someone that short look tall
hmm
or just elongate them.
Right.
Having the no pants and like it perfectly cut on her body, it
hmm
made her look a little taller, a little longer. Her big ass shoes, the nipped in waist with the coattails flying.
hmm
And I love that it was
Yep.
brown, like a brownish color,
Yeah.
like because there was a lot of black and white. So any color that I could
Yeah.
find, I was like, yes,
No,
color.
yes.
Um,
Yes.
and I loved her look. I thought it was so good. I wish there was something
And
different going on with the hair, but like that's my only criticism.
yeah, yeah, the hair was
Just
I
because
don't know.
the hair is just kind of there. You know what I mean?
It's just there. Yeah, it is. Um and I don't know, I didn't understand the criticism behind this look. Everyone was just like, "Oh, but we've seen this before. She's done this before." And I'm like, "When? When has she done this? When has she
When and where?
when and where?"
Point me
Like,
to it.
and even if she has done it before, like obviously it's working for her. Like I'd rather her like
Right?
I'd rather her be in something that not only fits the theme but also works for her. It's her signature. Isn't that the best of the both
Yes.
worlds? Like I don't understand why we're like ganging up on somebody
I agree.
if it clearly is working for her. Like people.
It fit the theme, but it was on theme, but it was still so
Mhm.
Sabrina. Like I couldn't
Yes,
picture that on anybody else. It was just it was really good. I really liked her look.
I loved her look. It was so cute. I loved it.
Yeah,
Um,
agree.
I have now when I saw this look that I'm gonna mention next, I didn't
Okay.
understand it because I couldn't see it very well from the video. I was watching the live stream. Yes. Um, but yeah, when I saw this look, I was like, okay, very good. I eat, slay down, boots. I don't understand it. But now that I'm looking at it clearly and that I can see it clearly and see the detail, I'm like, okay, eat down. Yes, God, for the boots has mama. Um, and it's Jenny Ortega, that like silver like ruler.
Okay. I had the same reaction. I was like, why are you dressed like a knight? Like why is it metal? And
Yeah,
then I saw the zoomed in that it was rulers, and I was like,
it was rulers.
oh,
Okay, now it's coming
okay.
together. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was really
yeah.
smart. Like I liked that because we saw a bunch of suits, which is like
hmm
obviously I think what we were all expecting was
Right.
gonna be a lot of suits, a lot of like tailor things like that. To see something
hmm
different like that and be like such a cool interpretation of the theme, I thought was really exciting.
And I have two looks that I'm pointing out, hers and another person's, but I love those. I call them the Aquarius ideas, because it's like
They were
only
so
like
Aquarius.
it's so Aquarius.
Yes.
It's so Aquarian to just be like, okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna go inside of it. I'm gonna go inside the theme and pluck out the roots, and
It's like,
that's what I'm
so
wearing.
what if the dress was rulers? Hear me
Was
out.
rulers. Structure.
Hear
Hear
me
me
out.
out.
Measuring.
Measuring. That's it.
Like,
Measuring.
girl, I know an Aquarius dropped a hot idea. They were like, I'm a genius.
I'm a genius.
I'm a genius. And you know what? In this case with Jenna Ortega, claps.
It ain't.
Claps for you.
It ain't. For
It was
sure.
so good.
I
Yeah.
said she's not
Now,
wrong.
who was the other one?
His name is Jeremy Pope. I don't know what he does. I don't know.
Wait. You don't know Jeremy Pope?
No. I took a photo of it. No.
He was on Broadway.
Oh, okay.
And I think he's been in other things too. He's been in like
Oh.
TV. Maybe he was in an American Horror Story season or something. He's been in a
Mm.
few things, but he is
Mm-hmm.
an incredible stage performer. Incredible voice,
Mm.
incredible dancer.
Yeah, I don't.
Jeremy
Yeah.
Pope is that girl.
Yeah.
Love Jeremy
So
Pope.
yeah, he went to the Met Gala too, and I loved his look. It was like, I'll have to insert a photo here. But it was literally like his was all about structure and going back to the basics. So he like came in this couture, like, I want to say vest that almost looks like a mannequin, and it has like mannequin like iconography like on the top of it, and on the sides are the inseam of the center of it, and it looks like a mannequin. And he's like, we're taking it back to
Yeah.
basics. And it was so simple, but I don't know, it's something so iconic about the simplicity. And
Yeah.
I loved it. And he had
Yeah,
a little finger wave, and I was
think,
like, eat.
Yeah, I think both his look, Jeremy Pope and Jenna Ortega's looks, I think both were an homage to the actual like creation of these really
Yes.
perfectly tailored outfits. That's also
Yes.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really liked both of their looks as well.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Dove Cameron's look when she did Gilded Age, and she like took the skeleton or the bones of the Gilded Age dress, and everybody was like,
Her
"What
look
the hell
was
is happening?"
fierce,
It was fierce.
but she kind of
It was
ate.
fierce.
She
But she
ate.
ate. She ate. Hey,
Yeah.
I call it the Aquarius look, because only an Aquarius or only somebody like that could like be like, yeah, let's flip it on its head. Let's go as the thing that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So
It's a very
yeah.
like usually they're kind of quirky. They're a little quirky.
A little quirky.
Yeah.
A little quirky. Now this next look that I'm going to talk about, I didn't get it, and most people didn't get it. It was so funny when like the general population finally got it. When someone said something, like posted a TikTok about this look, and then said in the comments, "This look is supposed to be that," and everybody was like, "Oh man, we're too late. Oh no." So it's Demi Moore. When she came in that,
people
like,
didn't get it?
No, I didn't get it.
People didn't get it?
No, I didn't get it either. It's a tie.
Wait. But I was watching E! News and they were like, "Oh, she's dressed as a tie." I knew that information immediately.
They
You were
said
confused?
nothing. Yes. I was like, what is happening here?
I
there was
saw
a
Demi Moore.
whole-
I saw she was there as a tie, and I said, "Demi Moore, you better work and eat down. I love her
you
so
better eat
much."
it. And I didn't, and I was like, I'm already in love with Demi Moore, so I was like, girl, you know what, eat.
Me
I don't know
too.
what you're trying to do, but eat. And then when
Demi
they
Moore
posted
could
like a
come there.
photo,
Demi Moore could come there completely off theme, like wearing like a basic like nothing, and I'd be like, "Yes,
she's doing it. She's eating. Y'all don't get the vision.
You know what? Y'all don't get it, and she doesn't need to be on theme. She's Demi Moore.
She is the theme.
She is the theme. It's like
Hey.
it'd be like Diana Ross. She is the reference. Shut up.
Hey. Okay. Girl, she can come in a brown paper bag, but yeah.
The fact that she came there as a fucking pinstripe sparkly tie.
A tie.
I died.
I said, what?
Obsessed. Like, I have
Obsessed.
no words for that. Like, no one else is doing it like Demi Moore is doing it.
And she looked so good. And when I finally got it, I said, oh my God, it's a tie.
It's a tie.
God, I'm so late.
And her
It's a tie.
train was like, that train in the back was like the end of the time.
Well, and that was the other thing. I couldn't see the train. I don't know why, but I couldn't see like the train. So I was like, okay, she's just in this weird dress. But then when I saw that they took, I guess, more photos inside, or they took other photos. And when I finally saw the train, I was like, oh my God, she's a tie.
And that's so fierce.
God, she's so fierce. It's a tie.
That's so fierce.
Oh my God.
It's a tie.
Oh my God. Okay, well.
I was obsessed with her look too. Love.
Another look that I think, okay, I'm just gonna skip to this look because I gotta say something about it, because honestly, it might have been my favorite. It might have been my favorite look of the night because of the person who was wearing it, and because of what just like, it was so random that I was like, I was not expecting this person to really go off and go out in such a way.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say this person carried all the Caucasians of the night and of the country. Okay?
Okay, who is it?
She was one of the only Caucasians to really do it and do it right. And I'm gonna give it up to Miss Joey King. Her look.
Oh! Okay. Joey King. Y'all, the people out there, you need to get it together and put some respect on her name. Okay?
Okay?
Put some respect on her name. She looked so good.
Eat.
It was so good.
I hope that's not a gang sign. I said eat. I hope that's not a gang sign.
Let's not get anybody mad now. We don't.
Allegedly.
I'm not in a gang. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But Joey King had one of my favorite looks of the night.
Of the night when she came and I said,
so
yep,
good.
Everybody wrap it up. She carried all the Caucasians. All the Caucasians who didn't give. She saved y'all.
The crystals on the suit.
And of course she went with Miu Miu. Of course she went with Miu Miu.
The crystals on the suit. All the different patterns mixed together. Her
the
hair
fluffy,
looked beautiful. Her makeup looked good.
The ruffled tie.
The ruffly. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Also, I think she got a new stylist in the last year or two, and her new stylist is doing her right.
Right.
I know Joey King. Okay, I know the internet doesn't like her, but you need to put some respect on her name. She looked so good. And
I don't know why. I don't know why people don't like her. I don't know. Like,
I think it's because she's cringy.
I guess.
I think it's because she's in a lot of bad movies, and she's kind of cringy.
I guess. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But like, and I think there was like a meme going. Have you seen her really, really bad glam bot?
No.
Have you seen it? Oh, I'm gonna have to send it to you, girl. It's so bad.
I think I kind of made a promise to myself to stop watching the glam bots because it hurts too much. I love when they go
the glam bot in reference. I'm pretty sure she has like an Anna Wintour style bob. Okay, and there's a point in the glam bot where she looks like she has no teeth. It's just, girl, I have sent it to you. It's so bad. I can't believe you haven't seen it. But I think the internet just likes to make fun of her because it's easy. But she serves looks.
You know the glam bot is like a slow Michael Jackson in the "You Are Not Alone" video.
Yes. And I also think it's really hard to do a good glam bot. It's hard.
Oh yeah. Have
you seen how fast the camera comes at them? It's hard.
Oh, it's like, I'm like, oh.
the way that I stand too close and whack my head against the camera and get a concussion.
Oh my god! Ow!
Oh.
Oh. And then the video would just be like a slow mo. You'd be like,
or the camera coming at me so fast would scare me so bad that I'd run away. Ah! So, props to anyone who has had any glam bot period and been able to make it out of that thing alive.
I'm telling you, I can't. But she ate.
It would not be me.
And this look is so it's simple in the sense that like I remember I watched a little blurb of her explaining the look and she was like, I just love the look because it was so comfortable. Like I just wanted to go there comfortable. And look how it's just so comfortable and it's so look how easy it is when you achieve. It's the little details. And this is what I'm saying. You don't even have to give me all you need to give me. Just achieve the theme. Just hit the theme, go home.
And she nailed it. I mean, she took the theme, which could have been as simple as something like Zendaya's, which was like a perfectly tailored suit. Like it was beautiful, but very simple. And hers was also a suit, but there was so many little tiny things going on that all of a sudden it became really complex. Like those hand sewn fucking crystal thing.
Oh my god!
And the colors, I love the
colors. And it just says so much about. I know that these celebrities are dressed by designers, and it depends on what kind of, I guess, like contract you have with the designer. in terms of like how much say you can have in this piece. But I have to say, this feels really like her. This feels so much like her. Like, you can
Yeah, it
tell,
suited her really well.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could tell that she had a lot of input in making this look. Like, it just felt so much like her. And she looked so confident, and like, even down to the makeup with the, like the,
So
oh my God, I can't. So yeah,
Joey
all the
King.
Caucasians, oh, Joey King, all the Caucasians were saved for her that night. Okay?
Yes.
Any white person that didn't get it, she saved y'all. Okay?
And there were several.
Ugh.
Trust and believe.
I don't know
We're not gonna get
I don't
into
know
it.
what this, I gotta say though, there was one guy, I was watching the live stream, there was one guy who went, I don't know if he just didn't have a lot of money to like really hit the theme or anything, but he came into this really regular, he came in this really regular like blue suit with like,
Oh, it was
like,
Joe Burrow. It was Joe Burrow. It was Joe Burrow.
I didn't know who he was, but I was like, what the fuck are you even here for?
You
What the fuck
have
are
to
you
be
here for?
you have to be talking about Joe Burrow, surely.
Let me hold on. Let me Google it, because let me see.
To be fair, I thought all of the
Because
football players who were there were dressed kind of boring. Joe Burrow was also
I don't know. Yeah, and
he was poorly dressed.
it was like he was this person was in a blue suit, and he was like, he had his hair, it was blonde, and he had these like orangish glasses on.
Joe Burrow.
And I was like,
Joe Burrow.
oh, it was him. Yeah, and I said, why the fuck did you show up? Sorry, Joe Burrow, but damn, go back again. And
Listen,
I was
Joe
like,
Burrow, he's so hot. He's so hot. But
I was so
his
disappointed.
outfit,
I was like,
bad.
why did you eat? It was bad. I was like, I don't give a shit. You're hot. You're not even on theme, and it's made for you. Oh my God.
I also like Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts were also there, and I thought their looks were just kind of okay too.
Yeah, I was like, and then
well, it was amazing to me how the theme was like tailoring black style, and so many men were there in horrifically tailored suits.
Horrific, yes.
Oh, horrifically tailored suits.
Yes. And I'm like,
Jeremy Allen White, I'm looking at you. What was that suit?
What was that? What was that? And I'm trying not to yell, but what was that?
The pants were so big, and they were such a weird length, and the coat was right. There were a lot of bad suits.
And it's
all of them
your
were the men.
theme. In the sense that it's a male-dominated theme. Or, I don't want to say male-dominated, but it's a masculine-dominated theme.
Yes. It was very strange to see a lot of poorly tailored suits.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
I was like...
But let's not pay attention to the people who didn't get it, because they don't deserve it.
I just have to say I didn't know that guy's name. I was like, who's this random, like, freaking D-level actor who's coming?
But you know who Joe Burrow is, right?
No, I didn't know who he was.
He's the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, that guy. Oh. Sorry to this man. Sorry to this man.
He's an athlete, okay? Give him some slack. He doesn't get it. Okay? He's an athlete. We're lucky he didn't show up there in like Under Armour.
I'm telling you, I was like, girl, get this man off the runway. Get this man off the carpet.
Well, you know what made me mad? What made me mad about his look specifically, besides the bad suit, was that you're wearing sneakers on the Met Gala carpet. Sneakers?
Yeah, sneakers.
You can't even wear a loafer? No, you're wearing Nike Dunks on the fucking Met Gala.
Now, I'm only going to mention two more. I'm only going to mention two more people, because we're at 1 hour and 23, girly, because damn.
I know, we really have to. And we still have to do the what to be learned at the end. Okay.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to mention two more people because I have to mention these two. Number one.
Okay.
Now, this person I didn't get to see on the live cam. So now Vogue is implementing, for those who don't know, Vogue is implementing this like live stream that they do now every year at the Met, and people are interviewed and you see everybody go through the carpet and get, photographed and all that jazz. But I didn't see this person get photographed. And so I'm thinking there's probably like a whole world of people who just didn't get photographed but are really just giving. and it wasn't captured on the live stream.
Yeah.
So I didn't see this person on the live stream, but when I saw that they went to the Met Gala, I looked up what they gave or what they looked like. And I'm gonna say it's our girl, Shiv. It's our girl Shiv.
Oh, she looks so good. Yeah,
Oh,
she looked really good.
really?
Yeah.
Like 8 down, 8 down, everybody go home.
Yes. Understood the
Um,
assignment.
Understood assignment, the
Completely.
brooches, completely.
Yeah.
Completely. Looks like an old
Yeah.
medieval like vampire. It's giving like
Literally. It's so perfect too because right now she's in Picture of Dorian Gray and like she is kind
yes.
of giving this like
Yes.
this type of character. And so it was just
Yes. The
it was so
bow.
good.
Oh my god, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
So
she
camp.
ate.
It was so camp.
So can so she could have wore this on the camp night. She could like
Yeah.
this is a
It was so
multi-theme look,
good.
let me tell you. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
She really ate down with the bottom, I guess, skirt like cape in the back.
Love.
Sarah Snick, well, Snick, who am I? Snook. I'm so disrespectful. Lock it up. Slit my throat.
Sarah Snook.
Sarah
How do you say it
Snook.
in Australia? Say it in Australian. She's Australian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how she says her
Yeah.
own name.
I don't
But
know, and
I
I'm not gonna
imagine it's
butcher
something like what I just did.
it. What I just did.
Sarah Snook.
Sarah Snook.
Arnar.
Oh no. Yeah, but whatever the hell her name is. She
Yeah.
ate down
That girl. Yeah.
that girl. Left no crumbs. Like she's another one who really saved the Caucasians that night. Like
Yeah.
everybody, y'all are so lucky these people came because they really gave y'all
Yeah.
your
They took it.
ethnicity a good. They took it home. Yeah, they gave your ethnicity a
Yeah.
good mention.
A good name.
A good name. And then the last person I'm gonna say, every year for the last maybe I'm gonna say now 3 or 4 years, every year the Met Gala happens, she is the first person I look for when I am watching or when I'm looking for pictures of the Met Gala. Because every year she brings it. I don't even care if this bitch is not on theme. She gives, okay? And she's so pretty. So pretty. And just I feel goddess for energy from her. I really do. And I was looking for her this year, and again, I thought she was gonna disappoint me, and she didn't. It's like she's my like little Beyonce of the Met Gala. Like every year she brings and she brings and she brings and she never disappoint me. It's Jodie Turner-Smith.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought you were gonna say Rihanna. I don't know why I thought you were gonna say Rihanna.
No, it's Jodie Turner-Smith. You better work,
She
mama.
always turns a look, and she's always like so underrated. I feel like no one ever talks about it.
No one ever talks about her, and it's making me go crazy. Her look was inspired, and it's so crazy because I know exactly where her look was inspired by. Well, I don't know like the full history behind it, but when I was in college, my senior year, we did this little project, where we had this building in Scranton that we were gonna like, our project was to like basically do a whole reservation or renovation on it and like repurpose the building for something else. And the building was created in the 1800s. And so as a little like precursor or a little like background warm up, we made these plaques of things that happened in the 1800s, whether they be like art, culture, commerce, whatever. And I decided to choose like people and or culture in the sense of like, especially with BIPOC people and people of color, what happened in the 1800s at that time in this little time period that our professor gave us. And so it was the 1800s towards the Civil War and towards the end of slavery. And I decided to do kind of like a mural of Black women in the 1800s. And then I forgot, I did this poem by this African American poet who wrote the poem I chose during that time period. And so I had the poem, and then behind it, I had all these pictures of Black women, especially during the 1800s. And one of the photos that I chose, she actually used that as inspo for her look for the Met Gala. So it feels very like, whoa, simpatico
Yeah,
moment,
full circle.
I guess.
You were
Yeah,
in on it.
I was in on it. And so her look was inspired by like um I guess like this horse rider in the 1800s. There's like this famous like person who was a horseback rider. Hey,
Say hi to Patrick. He's coming to take
hi
the dog.
Patrick. Oh, hey, love you. Bye, Bella.
Did you tell Reva about the tattoo appointment?
No, but I'll tell her later.
Okay, tattoo appointment. All right.
I'll tell you when we stop recording.
Oh, we'll move this conversation offline.
Off camera.
Off camera. Offline for those who get my corporate jargon. Offline conversations.
We'll touch base later.
We'll touch base later.
We'll circle back.
Yeah, so she like so she did this look that was inspired by a photo of a Black woman who was also, I guess, like a horse rider in the 1800s. And the look is so CUNT. Like, if you would think of
So
anything
good.
that would look directly like the word CUNT, creative, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, it would be this look. It's so good. It's so rich. She looks like the burgundy is so rich.
It's so elegant.
Like,
it's so elegant. It's so rich. It's so bougie,
the
but
hat,
it's like
the tall hat. Oh my God.
Literally take me out.
And she gives it to me every single time, and without fail. She is the first person I look for. I was like, I don't care. What is Jodie doing? What is she doing this year?
Yeah.
And she does it every single year, and I feel like she's constantly going unnoticed. And I'm like, I need for the girlies to really see her, like, and see that.
Yeah.
Because it's been about, I want to say, like 3 or 4 years now. I've been watching this girl go to the Met, and yeah, we can say that, designers. It's mostly designers' accountability and fault whether a look does well or does bad. But this girl is consistently giving me good looks, and I know that's like, there has to be she's putting some kind of input into.
Oh, sure. And I mean, her face and her body, I mean, she can make anything look good.
Oh, like, yeah, it's just like
she just knows how to serve it. She knows how to serve it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I just like, and I think she's worked with different designers over the years, so it's like, and it's like different designers, but she consistently looks good, and I'm like, it's got to be something about.
Her. Sorry, her. You can tell she brings her own thing to it. Yeah.
Right. For sure. So, yeah.
Her own vision.
So that was just like some of the people that just like ate for me.
I want to give honorable mention shout outs to Chapel Roan and to Doechii.
I'm choking. Yes. Personally. Yes, for sure. Yeah.
But otherwise, everybody you mentioned is also in my top. Oh, and Emma Chamberlain, actually. I thought her look on the was really good.
Yeah, so when you mentioned Emma Chamberlain earlier, I was like, oh, I actually have her as like one of the people, but I don't know if I should like see it. But like,
no, I think she always looks really good. It's just sometimes her interviewing like is not it's not interviewing. She's just like sitting there with the microphone and talking. Like,
so how's your Wednesday?
And also, like, of all the years to get like a person of color to interview people, this would have been the one. Like, why are we...
Well, they had Tiana Taylor, and I only saying this in the sense of I don't want to butcher this girl's name. I don't want to butcher this woman's name. So I'm just going to say, I don't even know what her name is, but she's the woman from SNL. I don't want to butcher her name, and I can't think of a way to say her name off the top of my head.
Oh, is it Ego? think her name is Ego.
I
Right?
think so. Let me see.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And I just don't want to butcher her name because, girl,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, and I
But
also, I'm sorry, I have to also give an honorable mention / shout out to Lauryn Hill, who looked fucking incredible.
and
Lauryn
she was
Hill
another one.
looked insane.
Yes. Yes, and she's another one that I had in my little thing of pictures.
Oh my god.
Yeah, looked amazing.
She looks
And
amazing.
then the guy in the back just holding like a yellow umbrella. All right.
Eat.
All right.
Eat. She had a whole entourage.
I also, honorable mention, I also thought Doja Cat looked really good as well.
Oh yeah, I liked her outfit. It was good. I was
Yeah.
surprised by like that's what she did. I thought if anyone was gonna go full zoot suit, it would have been her. But I also liked the no pants on her. Like, I thought
Me
it was really
too.
cool, and the
Me
big
too.
shoulder pads. I thought it was cool. Very 80s vibe.
Yeah. Well, like her new album is going to be an 80s kind of vibey album, so it matches. Yeah. And I'm excited for that. So
On theme. On brand,
theme.
on theme. Love
Yes. All right.
Okay. Are we ready for the what did we learn? Because we gotta wrap it up.
What did we learn?
What did we learn? After all of this, what did we learn? Riva,
Yeah.
you'll start.
Okay.
What did you learn?
So the thing that I learned is that we as a netizen people really need to do our history before talking. Because I remember last year when everybody was saying that the Met Gala looked like the Hunger Games and all these Hunger Game like Met Gala videos were coming out. And I was guilty of it too, saying that like it was giving Hunger Games, it's giving, eat the rich, it's giving, or eat the poor, it's giving, they don't care about us, like this is rich people, this is poor people. But I'm saying this from a perspective of in ignorance, essentially. I didn't have education. I didn't know exactly why all these rich people gather around every year to go to this big fancy party while people are dying of hunger in the street. Like I just thought, okay, people richer are getting richer, and now they're just like feasting off our dead bones while smiling and singing, $100,000 guitar. Like I didn't understand it. But now after doing the history and understanding, no, this is an event that not only has happened every year since 1948, but it is literally one of the sole events that happens for the Costume Institute department or museum, if you will. And it's a self-funded institute, which means this is the only money they're getting. Okay, other than like donations that come in sparingly, throughout the year. But this is a really fun educational event, and it helps people. It helps people, keep art and industry alive, and it's giving back to society in a good way. So I think what I learned is we need to really do history and really research something before saying eat the rich or Hunger Games activity.
Yeah. I mean, I understand the sentiment because that is kind of what it semes like. It's this really, really extravagant thing that can seem like I can see why it seems that way. And I think part of it is true that it is kind of crazy to see this this presentation of wealth and extravagance and luxury while other things are happening in the world. But the unfortunate fact of everything is the world just keeps turning. These events happen all the time. It's just for this particular event, we all get to see it. And so that's why it looks so dystopian. But these types of events happen all the time, every day. And the rich people are going to be rich and do rich people things. So it's so I get what people are saying. I really do get it. And I partially do kind of agree. But yeah, I agree with you. Once you know what the Met Gala is kind of for, you're like, okay. They're raising money for something. Okay.
Right. And plus the additive fact that they're raising money for this institute, and it is the celebrities are not just asked to just show up in grandeur or whatever, and they just do it. The celebrities pay $75,000 to go to this thing, and be paired with these designers. Like, it's a whole thing that happens, and it's supposed to support the Costume Institute community.
Yeah.
And that's a huge part
Yeah.
in American history. So I'm not trying to like, like, I'm not trying to be like, I guess, like, signing with the rich. I'm not doing that, but I'm just saying, like,
It's
this
just
is
very
an event
nuanced.
it's very nuanced, and it's like,
It's
we
very
really got
nuanced.
to
But
do our
there's
research before.
yeah,
Yeah.
very very seldom are things all good or all bad. Usually there's like
Mm-hmm.
some good parts and some bad parts, and like a
Mm-hmm.
conversation that can be had, but so often on social media, I think like the media literacy of it all and the critical thinking of it all just like doesn't occur
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I I can see like I totally agree with your point that like the outrage. I think the outrage is somewhat warranted, but I think a lot of it comes
Yeah.
from like not knowing what it's for.
Right. Right. Exactly. Because, like, from my perspective, from like last year or just previous years, I'll say, like, I was kind of like gung ho a part of that. I was like, oh my God, like, why is this like grander, gala happening while people are literally starving and going hungry? And in a sense, yeah, it doesn't have to be this huge thing. Like, we could take it a dog a notch, but at the same time, I'm coming from a place of complete ignorance in the sense that I didn't know what the Met Gala was for. I didn't know what it was about, and I just saw it as a place where rich people go to have fun and just dress in these ridiculous outfits and, you know,
Yeah.
do rich people stuff. But no, it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
There's a gray area.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And one of my points, I have three prongs of the what did I learn? And one of them
Mm-hmm.
is that the Met has always been a dinner for rich people. It's just now we know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Since 1948, this dinner for rich people has happened every year. And it
Every
was for
year.
the same cause every year. It's
Mm-hmm.
just in the 70s when it became like this big publicized celebrity focused event, the regular people got to know what it is and got to like know about
Right.
it. So it's the Met Gala's always been the same thing for
Mm-hmm.
literally decades, like decades and decades and decades and decades.
Right.
So that it's just now the general public knows what it is and like knows about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the only difference.
That's it.
And then my other 2 points are less serious. I think that we should change the name of the Met Gala to the Diana Vreeland Gala because we owe everything that the Met Gala is today to Diana Vreeland. She literally evolved the event to make it this big, extravagant,
Mm-hmm.
elaborate, celebrity-focused event with theming and coverage, press coverage, all that stuff. We owe it to Diana Vreeland. Okay, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other thing, what did we learn? My other what did we learn? Now this is where Anna Wintour comes in, okay?
Mm.
Anna Wintour has too many rules and is too picky about who shows up and what people wear for her to never dress to the theme. Anna Wintour, I mean, just step your pussy up. Step your pussy up. You expect the other co-chairs to follow the theme? What are you doing with your
And
fuck ass
also-
bob?
No, and also Miss Girl literally decided to go to the Met Gala this year. The theme is dandyism. To go in a dress and just a plain blue suit. And I'm like, or a suit coat. And I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know fashion that well. But I said, girl.
She's too picky about what happens at the Met Gala to not dress to the theme.
I'm telling you. And don't tell me you don't have, oh, maybe I don't have the time or maybe it's just not me. Girl, you've got the address book, okay? You've got the designers. You've got the companies. You've got the houses.
Yes, you have all the connections, okay?
Girl.
You have everybody's phone number.
Everybody, speed dial.
Figure it out.
So pick one,
Like,
get a freaking ruler, and go and tailor and get that thing made. Because, like,
Right.
Girl,
as the
love you down,
like,
bestie, but, like, what are you doing?
as like the board, like the head of the Costume Institute. She doesn't just run the Met Gala, she is the head of the Costume Institute that the Met Gala raises money for. You should be one of the best dressed people there.
No, literally.
What? That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. And if you have anything to add, people, the folks at home, leave a comment. Let us know.
Please leave a comment. Yes,
Okay?
please. Yes.
Let us know what you think about the Met Gala and and other thoughts about who your
Yes.
favorite people, who your favorite outfits, who had your favorite outfits, who had your least favorite outfits. I can name a few, but I'm not going to right now. But let us know. Let us know.
Yes,
Okay?
please let us know down in the comments what was your favorite looks, or what looks was giving you life, if you will. Yeah, this has been amazing. It has been fun, and hopefully we'll see you next week on the episode. And we're everywhere. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. We're on Apple. Wherever you get your podcasts.
Apple Podcasts. Wherever you get your podcasts, we're on there.
We're on there, and leave us a little review if you like on the
Please,
platform
5
that you.
stars. 5 stars
podcast.
only. If it's not 5 stars, get out.
You had so many thoughts. I love how you had so many thoughts, and you were like, "Get out,
Get out." Because I could have said something meaner. Okay. Watch. 5 stars or nothing.
Well, that probably.
Can you tell who's the good cop, bad cop here?
Well, no, it wasn't. I said, well, that's probably why the reviews look the way they look now.
Do we have bad reviews?
No, we
Listen,
just have 2 5 stars, and it's just like, okay.
I'll bring Bella in. Get 5 stars for Bella.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, look at that face.
Come on,
look at that face. Oh my god, look at you so tired. Look at that face. Anyway, but
thank you guys for listening. Welcome back. Let us know what you want to hear from us.
Yeah.
If there's anything you want us to talk about and go in depth, because y'all know we're gonna go in depth. If there's anything we're gonna do, it's do our research and
go in depth.
So let us know, and we love you guys so much.
We love you. Bye.
Bye. Y'all.
Bye.